This is my train of thought, yeah. This is my train of thought, come on. This is my train of thought, yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That's Your Opinion, Not Mine. My name is Chris. We've got Tez. Tez, how you doing?
I'm alive, so we're off to a good start.
We're still here, aren't we? Like, we ain't done this podcast forever, but it is what it is. You get what you get. If you don't like it, tough. And we have a very special guest. We have Po3tic Justice with us. What's happening, Danny? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Sorry, something funny happened earlier. It stayed on my mind. Yeah, I'm good, man. You?
Yeah, not too bad. So we're here today to talk about your upcoming EP, Train of Thought, what the process was, what you want to do with it, what we've got plans going forward, or what we've got planned going forward, more like. So just tell us a bit about the EP, how it's come about.
A year ago, about a year and a half ago, I was going to release an album. I've even completely forgotten the name of the album was going to be called. But obviously, as you know, things went a bit... so it ended up didn't come out, it didn't happen. But at the same time, I met someone, not physically in the flesh, but over Twitter. So there's this producer, he followed me on Twitter, blah, blah. And then he sent me a beat, just one beat. And he said, like, no rapper, every rapper I've sent this to, they can't do it. Like, they've not, committed and couldn't do it. Could I send it to you, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, go on. And I sent it back within a day or 2 days or something. And he absolutely loved it. So he sent me about 200 beats. And yeah, we just hit it off of there. But that beat is actually on the EP itself called I Feel. You heard the track I Feel?
Yeah.
That was the beat he originally sent me, which so it's like in a 3, not a 4. So usually I like rap on like boom baps. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But this one was a 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Like, it was different. It was like an earlier sort of thing. So it's a bit more difficult to do it. That's why I had to switch my flow on it, and it sounds different, but it's awesome. And then yeah, from there I came up with the Train of Thought sort of thing. I actually had a photo shoot, which is the front cover there, that photo shoot. So that weren't actually originally for this. We did it at like the train station. You see the tracks behind, blah 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 blah. And I was sitting there and I was just like, I'm such a conscious rapper who's always in his own mind. All of my music, every song is something that's, is from thoughts that I have and things that I've been through that I think about a lot on a day-to-day basis. And then obviously I was looking through the photo shoot when I got the photos back, and obviously the track, and then me at the station, and I look like I'm in thought. I put it together and came up with Train of Thought and decided to make an EP.
So the style of this EP is like old school. It's gone back to like, say, the 90s even. So that's what it reminds me of, like old school hip hop.
Yeah,
like 90s
like
hip
Nas
hop.
era.
Yeah. And you know what? It's good because like a lot of the same of late comes out. I'm not disrespecting anybody or any style, so don't get it twisted. But what I am saying is, it's lost its way a bit. It's lost its way a bit, and it's like where they're just hashing out.
You have to dig deep these days to find.
Yeah, it's too much of the same thing over and over again, and you should feel privileged actually, because I played Last Shot to my mum, and my mum's not a big fan of rap at all. The only person she likes is Mike Righteous, and her head was bopping. She's like, I like this track, and I was quite surprised.
Listen, when you get the seal of approval from Tez's mum, then
that's
that is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Trust me. I know this.
It don't happen.
It doesn't. I know this. I can vouch. Trust me, I've worked with Tez for years now. Believe me.
I think Last Shot was the last track I wrote for the EP. Last Shot. So that's when I thought I need something deeper. I felt I was in that mindset of things about my son and stuff like that. So and I'm feeling like if it ain't now, it ain't never gonna happen. If it won't happen now, it ain't ever gonna happen. So that's when Last Shot came about, my last song I got in the project. But arguably, probably my favourite. Last Shot being my favourite.
Yeah, I really like the track as well.
Yeah. I think it was real. The flow was different. You know what I mean? And it come from a really personal place. I was like, I don't think I've been that personal. So Yeah.
When you sent me the EP, I went through the tracks, all of them, and I'm like, mate, this could have been an album, man. This could have been an album. And personally, it's only my personal opinion, hence the name of the podcast, but no, it is my personal opinion.
I was just about to say that's your opinion, not
that
mine.
was no pun intended, yeah. Like, honestly. I was like, this is too good to be an EP. And that's the truth. I'm sorry, mate. I still feel that this would have been a banger of an album. And then you turned around and said in sweet poetic style, don't worry, the album's going to be better than this. And I was like, Danny, it better be. I was like, it better be, mate.
I've already had the beats coming through. My mind's ready. It's getting ready. It's preparing. I was going 8 early. I was running around for a pad. Can't find one. I filled them all up. I got 8, 9 pads. I filled them all up, and I ain't got one, so I've got to run out and get one.
But yeah, to get you sponsored by some notepads company or something.
Yeah, send me a load of free notepads. I've only got the little ones, but I don't write on the little ones. And I don't write on my phone. I'm not one of them rappers that reads off his phone or writes on his phone.
I'm the same. When I write my poetry, it's got to be pen and paper. I can't.
Exactly. Yeah. It has to be A4, big enough so I can write my structure out, because I structure it differently as well. I don't just write on every line. I write 4 lines, leave a space, write another 4 lines. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16 for a verse. And that's how I write my shit. So I need that actual full pad to do it. So
that's great insight about the process. So that's really good.
Yeah, that's how I write every time. Sometimes I get weird. So I write the first line, then I'll write the 5th line, and then I'll go down and write the bottom line in the end, and then I'll connect it all together. So yeah, sometimes I write. That's how Last Shot was written.
So the time I interviewed you up in the studio, I think it might have been the second time, maybe the third, I'm not sure, but you was going
second.
It was a challenging time for you. Do you want to speak to us about that and how you got through it?
Yeah, basically, obviously, I have mental health conditions, like diagnosed. I was having a lot of panic attacks. Felt like I was dying. Yeah, you know about them, didn't you? She knows the panic attacks because she's the only one that can calm me down. But
long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Can't take it. It's too cute.
But yeah, so I was having a lot of panic attacks. Just dealing with what's happened in the past. So it come back to haunt me in a way. And just trying to find acceptance at the time. I was trying to find some sort of acceptance. So yeah, man, it was very difficult. But yeah, the getting through it. Obviously, my kids.
And then Daddy had a panic attack in my bedroom a long time ago.
Yeah, you was good for that because you got me water and everything, didn't you? Yeah. But yeah, getting through that, it's just I had to accept it. It's quite. I see when I was going through it, like when it was at its worst, because I still suffer now, but it's very rare now. So there's a break. I get a break at least. But going through it, I thought I want it to go. I want it to end. I want it to leave me alone, sort of thing. Like I was like, when is it going to end? Blah blah blah. But actually, the kind of key that I kind of found best to cope was to accept that it's with me and make peace with it.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to have a panic attack now, I more or less accept that it's going to happen, and it's okay. It's going to pass. Shush a minute, baby. It's going to pass, and just accept that it's going to hit me. Bring it on. Like, what's the best? Do your worst, basically. What's the best you can do? I'm all for it, you know. And I kind of, it's so much easier to deal with these days. But I have panic attacks now, but they're really little. They're really small ones to the point where give me a minute, fine. I breathe, fine. I get on with it. But back then, it was hitting me, and I was trying to fight it off, and it was making it worse, and I thought I was going to die, and you know, all this stuff. So
moving forward with this new album, EP. I keep on saying album, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for President to go EP.
No,
EP.
She's already kicked me up the backside. So it's got a release date. We're actually releasing the album. So let's talk about your EP, Train of Thought. It's actually got a release date, Danny. When is it, mate?
8 November.
18th of November.
And that's this coming Friday. It's out 5 o'clock. It drops 5 p.m.
5 o'clock. Yeah. 5 o'clock, 18th of November, Friday. Yeah.
And where can you find it? Where can you find it?
Bloody hell, there's a long list.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Like even YouTube, you got your Spotify, you got your Amazon, your Apple Music, iTunes, even on TikTok and stuff like that. iHeartRadio. You know what I mean? So you'll find it everywhere, basically.
Nice. That's really good. Really looking forward to the album.
EP.
Really looking forward to the EP coming up. So yeah, it's fantastic. You got any more questions, Tez?
No, I think we've covered all the questions, really, the main points.
Well, look,
go buy it.
Yeah, let's buy it. Let's buy it.
Let's buy it.
Go and buy it. Go and buy it. Let's buy it.
Go buy it.
Go get it. Go get it. So yeah, not the album. It's not an album. It's an EP. Oh my God.
Even Esme knows it's an EP.
I know. Right. The EP's out Friday, so go and buy it and support Po3tic Justice moving forward. So yeah, we're going to leave it there, guys. And I'm looking forward to listening and buying the EP myself. So
buying Daddy's EP.
Buying Daddy's EP.
Yeah, you buy it.
Daddy's EP.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Now.
Friday.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
18th. November. 2022.
And I think we'll leave it there. It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye for me as well.
And a peace out from us.
Yeah.
We had
Peace out for us.
We had a lovely cameo there from the little one. Yeah.
We had to.
Until next time, we'll see you soon.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. This is my train of 4, yeah. This is my train of 4, come on. This is my train of 4, yeah.